Hare Krishna, Isan Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu.
Is my audio video clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for hosting 2 days.
Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Are the slides visible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. It's visible.
Your comparison. Let's say I know.
Hello, everyone. We'll wait for a few minutes to let everyone join and then we'll begin. Hello, everyone. So we'll begin now. So it's great to see you all here once again. I hope you had a great day, and I'm really glad you take a pause and join this session. So as you all know, my name is Kautukastu. I'm a member of Trans Dimensions Student Club of ISC Bangalore, and today we'll cover day 12 and of our Eating the Gita reading series. So before we begin, let's briefly reflect on what we learned yesterday from chapter 11. So we saw how the bigger picture helps us act with perspective instead of panicking. We also learned that real growth begins when ego gives way to humility, and that an understanding our role in a larger system builds courage and responsibility. So before we begin today's discussion, I have a small question for you. So please share your opinion on this. So, in your opinion, what truly pleases the God? You can
Huh?
unmute yourself or chat in the or speak up. What truly pleases God? What's your opinion? There's no perfect answer, just your opinion. I want to know. What truly pleases God? You can unmute or chat. Okay, Rani says bhakti. Okay, so you're saying about bhakti. Sajiram, would you like to share something? What truly pleases God? Okay, he's typing. Okay, meanwhile, I'll give my opinion. So, in my opinion, like similar to Rani, the devotional services like chanting, meditating upon Lord, singing bhajans, praying, reading and listening about Lord, and different devotional activities attracts the Lord the most. So why? Because then instead of doing something for our own, we perform directly for Lord. We act directly for Lord. Okay, Hari Bol. Sasiram says devotional service as well. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's move to the chapter 12. The today's theme is acts that attract Krishna. So, in this chapter, Lord Sri Krishna gently turns our attention to the part of devotion. So, anybody here would like to tell me the name of chapter 12? Like just a quick quiz for you. Name of chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. Anyone? You can like guess by the title or theme or even the answers. Okay. Bhakti Yoga. Very nice. Okay, amazing. So yeah, Bhakti Yoga, or in English, devotional service, is the name of chapter 12. So in this chapter, the Lord describes the qualities, attitudes, and actions that draw his attention, special attention, not just. So, so are you guys ready for chapter 12 discussion? So can I have a thumbs up, please? Amazing. So with that intention, it is my great pleasure to invite Sri Vigrah Das Prabhu from ISKCON Bangalore. So kindly take over the session and please guide us, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Let us begin with prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitina Mine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome all of you once again for today's session. Today we are going to talk about a very, very important, short and sweet chapter that's called Devotional Service, Bhakti Yoga, chapter 12. Let's begin. The first point: God is not formless, but formlessness is one of his aspects. In fact, this chapter begins with a question by Arjuna. Arjuna asks Krishna, "O Lord, whom do you consider to be more perfect? Those who meditate on your all pervading impersonal form, impersonal feature, formless feature, or those who fix their mind on your form? Who is considered more perfect?" That means Arjuna is asking this very interesting question. What is the highest realization of God? Is it the formless feature, or does God have a form? That's a direct question that Arjuna is asking Krishna. And immediately in the second shloka, Krishna replies, saying that one who meditates on my transcendental form, on my spiritual form, he is considered to be more perfect. So, Krishna himself is speaking this knowledge, right? He is saying, I am actually not formless, I have a form, and those who meditate on my spiritual form, they can easily attain me. At the same time, in the next shloka, Krishna says, but those who meditate on my formless feature, after a long time, at the end, they attain me only. But that formless worship, Nirakara Upasana, is very, very difficult to perform. So, we should understand that God has got two features: the formless feature, and ultimately, he has his spiritual form. What is the formless feature of God? The energy of God, which is pervading in the entire universe. that is actually his formless feature. So, by his energy, God is pervading this entire universe. But the source of that energy is the spiritual form of God. So, the ultimate realization is Bhagavan. Bhagavan means he is a person. Like you and me, he is also a person. We are his parts and parcels. If we are persons, how can our source be an imperson? Source is also a person, right? It can easily develop relationship with a person. It's not possible to develop relationship with formless energy, right? So when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we are referring to God by his personal name, Krishna, Rama, and we are getting connected to that supreme form of the Lord. In the scriptures, it is described Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvara means controller, Paramaha means the greatest, the supreme controller, Parama Ishvara, and that is Krishna. It is described in the Brahma Samhita, one of the Vedic scriptures. Satchidananda Vigraha. This supreme controller is not formless. He has got a Vigraha. He has got a form. And what is that form? What is the nature of that form? Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Eternal, full of knowledge, and blissful. Many times people think that, oh, if we consider that God has got a form, aren't we limiting him? No. We have come across only limited forms, but God's form is not limited like ours. God's form is unlimited. He can have a form and still have an unlimited personality. That is possible for the Supreme Lord. So, God is not formless ultimately. Ultimately, He is a person. He can reciprocate with our feelings, with our devotion, with our love, and his form is not material, his form is all spiritual. So he has got a spiritual form, not material form. His form is not made up of blood and bones and skin and all of these material elements. It is made up of Sat, Chit, and Ananda. It is eternal, full of knowledge, and blissful. So Lord Krishna directly says, one who engages in my bhakti by meditating on my spiritual form, he is considered to be most perfect by me. So this is the first point that we understand here through the question of Arjuna, that God is having a spiritual form. Let's go to the second question, or the second point. The Lord is all compassionate. He gives unlimited ways to return to him. One of the many interesting features of this chapter is that Lord Krishna, he gives a series of alternatives. If you can't do this, do this. If you can't do this, you do this. If you can't do this, you do this. So he do something and come back to me. This is what Krishna is saying in this chapter. So first of all, Krishna says that, fix your mind upon me. So Krishna says, fix your mind upon my all spiritual form. How do we do that? How do we fix our mind on the Lord? We can fix our mind on the Lord by, first of all, understanding about the personality of the Lord from the scriptures, and also by worshipping the deity of the Lord. The deity of the Lord, which is worshipped by the devotees, it is actually it is as good as the original Satchidananda Vigraha of the Lord. There is no difference. If you serve the deity of the Lord in the temple by offering him flowers or by preparing some foodstuffs and offering to the Lord, it is same as offering food offering flowers to the original Supreme Lord. The Lord is so merciful, He has made Himself available for us because our material eyes can now only perceive material objects. Therefore, the Lord very compassionately appears in the form of material deity. But we should not consider that the deity is material. He appears in a form which you and me can see, serve, touch, feel, and develop relationship with him. Our Acharya Srila Prabhupada gives a wonderful example. Suppose there is a post box, right? There is a post box, and you drop a letter, and the letter will reach the destination because the post box is actually a representation of the postal department empowered by the government. If you and me make our own post boxes and paint them red and black and drop letters into it, do you think the letters will reach their destination? No, because it is a self concocted post box. It is not authorized by the government, right? But that post box, which is authorized by the government, it does the work of, it is empowered by the government. When you post your letters into that, there is a system through which your letter reaches the destination. In the same way, there is a difference between deity worship and idol worship. Idol worship means imaginary form of God you yourself create and you worship. That idol worship is forbidden in the scriptures. It is of no use simply imagining some form of God and thinking that this is God. No. Deity worship, on the other hand, is worshipping the form of God which is described in the scriptures and worshipping in a way that is revealed in the scriptures. That means there is a particular protocol to be followed while we are worshipping the form of the Lord, the deity of the Lord. The deity is not different from the Supreme Person. So the Lord is very compassionate. He has made Himself available for us. To render service to Him, He has appeared in the form of Archa Vigraha in the temple. So in this chapter, Lord Krishna says, first of all, you fix your mind upon me. Then He says, if you cannot fix your mind upon me, then what you should do, actually this is very beautifully described in this chapter 8 shloka onwards. Krishna says, Mayeva mana adhatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayeva ata urdhvanna samshayah. He says, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. So first of all, he says, fix your mind and intelligence on me. If you do this, you will actually always live with me. I'm never lost to you, right? We have to use our mind and intelligence to think about Krishna, to serve him in different ways. That's the meaning of fixing our mind and intelligence on him. But somebody might say, oh, it is not possible for me to fix my mind on Krishna. My mind is very flickering. What should I do? Then Krishna says in the next shloka, Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi mayi sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya. He says, my dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulated principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you will develop a desire to attain to me. So if you're not able to spontaneously fix your mind on Krishna, then Krishna says, no need to worry, I have a way for you. You just follow the principles and practices of Bhakti Yoga. What are these principles of Bhakti Yoga? You engage in a specific number of rounds of chanting Hare Krishna mantra every day. You engage in reading in a regulated way the scriptures which describe about the glories of the Lord. You engage in hearing about the Lord. You engage in serving in a regulated manner. These are all the different practices of Bhakti Yoga. So follow the rules and regulations of Bhakti Yoga. If you are not able to spontaneously fix your mind on me, because by following these rules and regulations, gradually you will develop a desire to come to me. Then somebody may say, even this is not possible for me. I'm not able to follow the rules and regulations of Bhakti Yoga. What should I do? Then Krishna says, don't worry, I have another way for you. What is that? Krishna says, Abhyasepya samarthosi matkarma paramo bhava madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Krishna says, if you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you come to the perfect stage. So you work for me, Krishna says. What is the meaning of working for Krishna? In the case of Arjuna, working for Krishna means to fight on the battlefield of Kurukshetra to execute the will of the Lord. In our case, what is the meaning of working for Krishna? Engaging our hard earned money or our talents and abilities to promote the process of Krishna consciousness in the human society. That is the meaning of working for Krishna. Enlightening others, engaging others in one or the other ways, in chanting the holy names of the Lord, or in spreading the message of Bhagavad Gita, using our abilities and talents. So, this is called engaging in the work of Krishna. So, Krishna says, if you work for me, then you will come to the perfect stage. Now, somebody may say, I cannot do that also, due to whatever reasons, due to various barriers and various obstacles. I'm not able to do
Where
this
you come?
working for Krishna. Then what should I do? So then Krishna says, don't worry, I have another way for you. In the next shloka, Krishna says, Athaitadapya shaktosi kartum madyogamashritah sarva karma phalatyagam tata kuru yatatmavan. Krishna says, if however you are unable to work in this consciousness, then try to act, giving up all results of your work and try to be self situated. Krishna says, if you can't engage in my work directly, then you do whatever work you are doing, but give up the fruits of your work for some selfless action, for some selfless work. Do some service to the society. Sacrifice the fruits of your labor. By doing this, you will actually come to the perfect platform gradually. Try to be self situated, right? So, that is the process Krishna is giving one by one. First of all, he's saying, fix your mind upon me. If that is not possible, follow the practice regulations of Bhakti Yoga. If that is also not possible, then work for me. If that is also not possible, whatever work you are doing, do that selflessly. Sacrifice some portion of your results for the betterment of the world, for the betterment of the society, to help others. So, Krishna is giving different ways and says, finally, you have to come to me. You have to fix your mind upon me. And all these different preliminary processes will help you to gradually come to the point where you can fix your mind upon me. Look at the compassion of the Lord. So, the Lord is just like, I remember in my school days that our teachers, they would identify some dull students in the class who would be late bloomers, and they would give them special coaching. After the school hours, they would call them, you sit down, I will teach you what you didn't understand. And they would personally teach them and solve their challenges and all of that. So this is called going to the next level of helping. The Lord is so compassionate that he doesn't say only my devotees who are already able to fix their mind upon me, I'm worried about them. All others I don't care. Krishna says, no, it's not like that. Everybody belongs to me. I am the father of all the living entities. Pitaham asya jagataha. Krishna has already said this. So, Krishna says, I have a way for everybody. At whatever stage of spiritual development one is situated in, one can make progress towards attaining the Lord. That is the speciality of the process of devotional service. We may not be able to directly engage in the service of God, but if we can help those devotees who are engaging in the service of the Lord, we are also recognized by the Lord and we also get the blessings of the Lord. That is the power of Bhakti Yoga, right? We may not have the required abilities or required, purity to spread the message of Bhagavad Gita to everybody, but using our God given abilities or talents or our hard earned money, if we can support the activities of the devotees who are trying to spread the message of Bhagavad Gita, then we can also become dear to the Lord. So that way, serving the devotees of the Lord is more easier and effective than trying to serve the Lord directly. So that is the point that we have to understand. Let's go to the last part of this chapter. So here in this last part, Krishna says, I am attracted to my devotees' wonderful qualities. The word Krishna in Sanskrit language, Sarvam Karshati iti Krishna. This is the meaning. One who attracts everybody towards himself, he is called Krishna. But here Krishna is saying, I also get attracted to something. What is that I get attracted to? I get attracted to the wonderful qualities of my devotees. So a devotee is one who attracts Krishna, the all attractive Lord, through his wonderful bhakti qualities. So, what are those bhakti qualities that Krishna gets attracted to? That Krishna himself gives a list at the end of this chapter. So Krishna begins by saying, Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha. Adveshta means being non-envious. If you are not envious of anybody, that's a quality which Krishna gets attracted to you by this non-envious quality. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitraha karuna evacha. Treating others with friendliness and with compassion. When we treat others, you know, we should treat others the way we want to get treated by others. We want everyone to treat us nicely, but many a times we treat others in a wrong way. This is not going to attract the Lord's attention. In other words, how do you know that you are becoming dear to the Lord? How do you know that you are becoming a bhakta, a devotee? When you develop these qualities, Krishna says, then I will come running behind you. So you must be non envious, you must treat everybody with friendliness, and you must be compassionate. Nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukakshami. Krishna says, you must give up this wrong notion of aham and mama. This belongs to me, and I am the doer. These false notions, if you give up, then I'll be attracted to you. And then sama dukkha sukha kshami. You should be equal in both happiness and distress. And kshami, you should have this divine quality called forgiveness. Everybody does mistakes, but you must have a big heart to forgive. And unless we have a strong connection with the divine, with the Lord, it's not possible to have a big heart to forgive others. So forgiveness is a divine quality. And then santushtaha, to be satisfied with whatever Krishna has provided us. That's a quality which the Lord is pleased with. Tatatam yogi, always being engaged in relationship with Krishna. Yogi, yoga means to be connected. Yoga means to be connected, to link up ourselves with Krishna. Satatam yogi means to always be engaged in loving service to Krishna, in devotional service to Krishna. Yatatma dhrida nishchayaha, to be endeavoring for spiritual advancement with a firm determination. Dhrida nishchayaha, Mayarpita mano buddhihi, offering one's mind and intelligence in the service of the Lord. Yo mad bhakta same priyaha. If you become a devotee with these qualities, you can become priyaha, you can become dear to me. And then Krishna says, anapekshaha, not expecting anything, not dependent on ordinary course of activities. Shuchihi, to be pure both internally and externally. Dakshaha, to be expert in engaging oneself in spiritual engagements, in spiritual activities. Udasino gatavyataha, without cares, not being worried about, oh, what will happen to me tomorrow. No, I have full faith that Krishna will take care of me, having this kind of a firm conviction. And Sarvarambha Parityagi, one who does not strive for a particular result. Krishna says, such a person is very dear to me. And Krishna says, Tamah Shatrau cha mitre cha, to be equally disposed towards one's friend and enemy. Tatha manapamanayoho, to be the same in both insult and praise, in honor and dishonor, to be the same. And then Aniketaha Sthiramatihi. Sthiramatihi means to be of stable mind, to be fixed up. And in this way, if you engage in my devotional service, by developing all these qualities, I become attracted to you. So here Krishna is saying, it doesn't matter what background you belong to. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you belong to. It doesn't matter what you were in the past. But if you become my devotee and develop these wonderful qualities, then I will get attracted to you. This is Krishna's greatness. Krishna himself is an ocean of unlimited, wonderful, transcendental spiritual qualities. But he still gets attracted towards the pure devotees' qualities. That is the greatness of Krishna. Krishna used to eat chappan bhog every day in the palace of Dwaraka, but when his dear devotee Sudama brought a handful of chipped rice, immediately Krishna grabbed it with great pleasure. He enjoyed it. So, Krishna does not go by the externals, Krishna goes by the pure heart of a devotee. So, we all can become devotees of Krishna. When the whole world, when we become devotees of Krishna, the whole world will become Sukhamayam, right? So, when you actually see everything in connection with Krishna, there is no more miseries, there is no more lamentation. You understand that everything is the Lord's plan. My Lord is in control of my life. Whatever is happening, it is as per the Lord's desire. If the Lord wants me to go through some difficult circumstance, that means He has a plan for me. I should simply follow the plan of the Lord without being disturbed. With faith, I should continue to render service to the Lord. In this way, if we become a devotee, then there is no cause of any lamentation, any fear, or illusion. So, Krishna is inviting all of us in this chapter, become my devotee and attain the real happiness. So now let us chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for 1 minute and seek the Lord's blessing so that we can become fixed up in bhakti. First, we will chant the invocation prayer. It is mentioned on the screen. Please chant along with me. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Let us chant Hare Krishna mantra together for 1 minute, 11 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. So please take up this process of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's the most easiest and the most effective process recommended for the present age. Anybody who chants the Hare Krishna mantra can begin his or her spiritual journey and can develop these wonderful qualities that we discussed, which attracts Krishna's attention. So please do not miss every day, at least 108 times you do chant. It takes only about 7.5, 8 minutes to chant. So please do not miss. Next, we will be having our 16th chapter, sorry, 13th chapter discussion on Feb 16, that is Monday. So Monday at 8:45 p.m., we shall have the next session in this series. We'll be discussing the chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita, Traits of the Enlightened. So, what are the qualities of an enlightened person who acts with knowledge? What actually constitutes knowledge? We will be talking about this in the 13th chapter. We are celebrating a special event this Saturday, 14th Feb, 7 p.m. at Sarvam Complex, second floor in the IASC campus. You are all invited for this special Mahashivratri event called the Night of Awakening. So please do come, and we will be discussing the glories of the Adi Yogi, that is Lord Shiva, through an insightful discussion. We will also be having bhajan clubbing, which is actually a special feature of this event. There will be professional artists who will come, who are also devotees, who will be coming and performing the Hare Krishna Sankirtan for the pleasure of Lord Shiva and all the devotees and all the students. Please do come and participate. We will also be having mantra meditation and, of course, special dinner feast prasadam. This is going to happen on Saturday, 14th Feb, 7 p.m. in Sarvam Complex, second floor. Please do not miss. Please do come and get your friends from the campus also.